Hey guys, Sandy here and welcome back to my channel. I am super excited. It is Follow a Sketch Friday, and for the month of October I am going to be using the same sketches that Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life is using for her 30 Days of Sketches series. I will have her link down below. Now this is the sketch that she has for today. I have used this sketch before, but no worries, we're gonna do something a little different. But not too different because I'm going to the same technique. I have these Go the Scenic route little squares, so we're going to use those. I have a Disney trash can photo. Let's see what I can do. The first thing I do is grab the All Star Stencil from Scrapping Reflections and some purple ink from Close to My Heart. Now, of course, I gotta use the purple tape to ink the purple ink on the purple paper. And I am using my purple Pink and Main blender brush. So if you don't know, purple is what our family calls purple. It's just one of those things in our family that we say. I'm sure that you guys all have things in your family as well, and it's just a good time. So I am going to make sure to have darker areas where the mixed media is over here on the sketch, and the sketch shows a diagonal line of mixed media with a little bit thrown in at the bottom. So I am going to do that. I make sure that I am getting darker bits. Now on the one star you can see where it had the clearance sticker on it. I did get this paper at a craft store and it had a clearance sticker on it. I paid like no money for it. You can see it here while I am doing the inking, but you don't really see it on the finished layout. I do take my blender brush and just lightly go over the stars that are not in that diagonal line. And look at that, you guys. Oh my word, I love it so much. One of my favorite things to do is push things through stencils, and the ink through here just makes me so happy. I just love the way it looks. I especially love tone on tone. Just makes my heart happy. So I do pull out my Go the Scenic route 2x2 paper squares, and I just go through the one that just has, what is this called? The pattern swatches. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull out the phrases as well. And I'm just pulling out the things that have purple in them. The things that are or close enough to purple or could read as a purple. So some of these are a little bit more blue, some of them are a little bit more pink, but I feel like you could always read them as a purple color. So I'm just trying to figure out the placement of where I want these bad boys to go and what I think looks the best. I had to pull up my sketch just so I could see it again. Now the sketch does have a lot more squares, and they're also a lot small, not a lot smaller, 1.8 inches, and I did not want to deal with that. I wanted the simplicity of using these 2x2 squares, so I went in, found a couple more so that I could create this grid pattern. And then I know that my photo is going to go on top here somehow, but I got to figure out how exactly. I decided to not follow the sketch and go ahead and change my photo into a 4x4 square. I just felt like that was kind of a better thing to do. I'm also going to avoid the tag. I will put an element there, but you know what? Sometimes sketches don't need to be followed exactly and you just do your own thing. Now I went and found yet another purple paper, and this has purple on both sides, so it worked out great. I cut the paper down to a 4.5 by 4.5 square, and then I cut the offcut of that down to a 4.25 by 4.25 inch square. That way I can have even paper layers underneath of my 4x4 photo. It makes it really super easy to layer up your photo if you want to have an even mat around it. It makes it really easy to just cut it like that instead of trying to figure out the exact placement visually when you're doing it photo first and then placing the photo on the paper and cutting it around that way. Now I do decide to distress all the edges of each of these 2x2 squares. I also popped them up on fun foam, which you can see that blank one right there. And then of course my photo is up on some fun foam as well. Now I am using Nuvo Deluxe adhesive. This is my absolute favorite wet glue. It is fabulous for foam. Absolutely fabulous. I did pull off the cheetah print square over here off of the layout because that was my least favorite paper square, so we just took that one out. There was no really sense in putting a paper square underneath of the photo. Nobody was going to see it. I went and pulled the word wonder out of this Chamel Field Trip thicker sheet. And, you know, at first I liked it on top of the photo, but I didn't. It just didn't feel right. And you know, it's got to feel right. The scrapbooking has to feel right to me for it to work. I was thinking about bringing in some gold bits just to embellish the page a little bit more. But honestly, you guys, there is so much going on. I have a tone-on-tone background that has an even bolder tone on it because I stenciled it. I have all of these squares that have multiple motifs and designs and colors. They're all distressed. I distressed the photo mat around the trash can photo. I just felt like there was a lot going on this page, and because there was so much, I really didn't need to add a whole heck of a lot of decoration to it. I do add these little guys right here. These are tickets, and I trimmed off the edge. I've done this before on layouts in other collections with this kind of die cut, and I think it just adds a fun little bit to the layout. It does kind of break up the squares a little bit. I also grabbed this tab and went ahead and put it on the photo, not to really think about putting a word in it. I just thought it was pretty. I do add a little bit of fun foam to the back of it so it doesn't fall down. Because when you have things that are raised up, you need to make sure that they have the weight underneath of them. You need to make sure that they have that underneath of them, or it kind of dips down into your layout after a while. And we didn't need any dipping. Now I am trying to go through my Go the Scenic route die cuts. I'm just trying to find something that'll go with the layout. But like I said, there's a lot going on here, and everything I put on there didn't make me feel good about the layout. Felt like I just had way too many. So while I am flipping through the die cuts and trying to find something to go, make sure that you are checking out the other people who are participating in Christy's 30 days of sketches. Now she is doing it every day, and there are some other scrappy ladies that are doing it every day with her as well. I believe Crystal and Moira are both doing it every day. Like I said, I'm going to be doing it on Fridays to go along with Follow a Sketch Friday. Be sure that you use the hashtag that'll be down below if you decide to participate as well. That way everybody can find your creations really easily. And maybe, you know, you'll get a little love on them. Now, I did decide to add some words. I do like decorating with words. I think that it is one thing that you can do on a layout that feels busy, is to add words. Now, I did go ahead and just kind of zigzag them down this entire line of the squares, and I just felt like they were just a little bit off, so I wanted to change the zigzag a little bit. And I'm happy with how that turned out. So now that is going to do it. No, it's not. I am lying to you. I was thinking about journaling and just leaving it as wonder, but I didn't. Now this little circle guy was kind of stressing me out a little bit. And here's the reason. There's not really any circles on this layout. And I thought, well, maybe if I introduce another circle and make that happen, then it won't feel so weird. I was like, no, it just feels weird. It feels weird when I add a second one. When I just have the one circle, I'm like, yeah, it's a purple circle, it's fine. But when I add it more, it just felt wrong. Now, you might be looking at this and be saying, like, design principles, somehow I'm screwing this up because I have the one circle. But you know what? I don't really care because I like it, and that's the way I feel about it. You gotta like your layouts. If you like your layouts, it doesn't matter what the world says, right? Like, that's just the way I feel. Now, I went ahead and used my emoji pen to write of a, so it's going to say Wonder of a Trash Can. Sometimes, I think I've used this title before, The Wonder of a Disney Trash Can, and I just decided to go with trash can on this layout. Now, I thought I cut out all of these blank, empty, open spaces, you guys. So sorry, I missed this one. This was when I was looking for some smaller letter stickers. So I grabbed these white ones from Ellie's Studio, and I'm just going to spell out trash can and put those down. And at first I thought the white was a little too stark, but I was like, you know what? I've got pops of white throughout the layout. I've got it on the tag label things over on the right-hand side. I've got it throughout my squares, and I'm okay with it. Now, if I had a white pen, I would have probably outlined this layout, but my white pen's dried up, and I haven't taken the time to order another one. I just haven't done that yet, and that kind of sucks because, you know, I guess I really haven't ordered products to be able to throw a white pen into my cart, or the places I'm ordering products from don't sell white pens. Like the last order I placed was from Paper House, and they don't sell white pens. Yeah, we need to make that happen. I also grab my Love from Lizzie enamel dots. Now these are sparkly enamel dots, and I pull off the purple ones, and I go ahead and use the whole row of purple ones, and they look fabulous. Big fan of them. So I go ahead and get those down on the layout, and I'm just pressing down the papers because, you know, I touch the things. That is what I like to do. I like to touch the pretty papers. And that is going to do it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please click on the links down below, and I will see you again real soon for another video.